trip through the whole Alabama, from the corner to the slammer, from the top to the bottom. Let them know we right here, and we about to be a problem to the game this year. Hope they're ready for the storm, cause this is Rocket City, so we're ready to go to war. They just don't know when they took the chosen one, it ignited greatness to come out each one of us.
The guy, he's really a genius, man.
Yeah, dude,
he's a genius.
Dude's sick, man.
Yeah.
I have to give it to him. Like, he's one of the, and he still keep, like, you know, I see with music is people who have longevity have to figure out ways to reinvent themselves.
That's true, and stay relevant, and that's exactly what he does. And the thing about him is he's more than just production. He's also, you know, when you see his artists, when you see Chris Cross and them wearing their jeans backwards, he was the one that came up with that. When you see Usher, when you see the Brad, you know, when you see Escape, when you see their style, you see how they harmonize, and you see the steps that they're taking on stage, choreography and things like that. That's Jermaine Dupri, and I'm a behind-the-scenes kind of guy, so that inspired me. But the documentary in itself, it just showed the growth of that city, of that little city, how, you know, they were heavily influenced by New York music, from East Coast music, and then they soon transitioned and came with an identity of their own. You feel what I'm saying? And what basically happened is, and this is to come back to your question of why there hasn't been that breakthrough or what's going on with Huntsville. They had Babyface and L.A. Reid come, and they started the first record they put out there. Okay. And when they did that, that's kind of what put everybody on. So, like they were saying, they had no labels. They had no big buildings downtown that were dedicated to music or labels. And when they brought that, when those two guys brought that, that started everything. His wife, as a matter of fact, was involved. Right.
Everybody else is that I done seen get to the door, they either get to the door and they not willing to bring other people along with them, or they get to the door and they change their sound up.
Right.
And Doe B kept his the same. He made people come to his sound instead of him going to others. Even though he can deliver different ways, but he brought what I feel like Alabama's sound was. You know, we had a distinct sound. You know, even when I'm looking back at Last and Priestess with Pope them, when T.I. was on the track with them, you know, T.I. did his thing, but he did his thing on our sound.
That's what I wanted to speak to, though, is, you know, Doe B, as much as we love Doe B, and as much as the city and the state was behind him, I feel like we still have to give credit to a lot of the people that did some of the things that he did
before him.
Right. Like, for instance, everybody knows he hooked up with T.I. But at the same time, like you said, they did that Lax and Creases early, and T.I. we brought T.I. here. So you know, that's just an indicator of what's going on in the forecast Huntsville. Like I said,
I got one more thing that really kind of ticks me, but it don't tick me.
What's that?
Is I noticed that, you know, and it goes back to the point of the artist not being able to make it. I noticed that for whatever reason, every artist that come here and start doing shows, I give them 3 shows. They do 3 shows here. Before the end of the year, you see them either sign 106 in Park, on their way to, you know, it's like we that stamp, and most people don't even understand that. It's like but it's like we can't stamp our own. And it's funny because, you know, I look at the music, and, you know, I can go to Atlanta and I like a lot of Atlanta music, but we got a T.I. We got a Young Thug. We got a Pee Wee Longway. We got a Gucci Man. We got our own of every. We can put them against them and they gonna stand up. Right. Even exceeding in certain cases. Right. So it's like you're saying, we are that same market. It's just we haven't got the door open yet.
We're on a smaller scale, man. Like we're the same thing. We're just on a smaller scale, and that's not to minimize what we're doing. That's just to say that the infrastructure that I was talking about earlier, we don't have that right now. So I honestly feel like we have entertainment groups and we have smaller independent labels here, but I feel like if we were to get a big dog label, if we were to get a major label come here to invest, there are a lot of people that are already investing in Huntsville. People don't realize it. They're just even here on Constellation, right down the street, just got approved for I think $11 or $13 million international hotel that they're about to build. If you look around, there's a lot of stuff going on here. There's a lot of growth, and it's like you really have to pay attention to it to be able to jump on board and do it early. So that's why it's key for small businesses like you guys and myself to get in now. So 3 to 5 years from now, we're very comfortable with what's going on. We can just, it's like it's not going to phase us at all because we've been doing it. You know, confidence comes from experience.
Right.
It'd be the same thing in any discipline that we do, whether it be music, whether it be videography, photography, whatever it is. So it's almost like you have to go ahead and build it. You know how they used to say, if you build it, it'll come? Yeah. That's what we have to do. We have to build that infrastructure, and when that spotlight comes to Huntsville or comes to Alabama, we have to be ready for that. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So that's kind of what all this is all about.
I guess, you know, give me, I know this list is probably long, but give me some of the artists that you personally like. No, different from the concrete. Mm-hmm. You know, the concrete has to be, you know, a uniform lens. It can't, you know, it can't say, okay, I like such and such, such and such, I got to do this and do that and do that. But as far as Rick, you know, give me, I guess, I ain't gonna say top 5.
I knew that was gonna come out.
You know, I can't say top 5 because, you know, to me, you know, I would be 1A, 1B, 1C type artist. You know what I'm saying? It couldn't be really a top 5. So it's like y'all all ones, but I got to kind of. So give me 3 artists that you feel if the right investor was to invest into them, they could actually open up some doors for music scene, the business together.
Marketing standpoint.
The marketing standpoint. Right. You know, marketable. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, actually get out there and get the grind in that's necessary to get there.
What I would say, man, and you know, without, you know, biting toes here, because it would only be 3, so this is in no particular order, but just kind of from the outside looking in.
Okay.
I think probably one of the closest artists that's on the verge right now would definitely be Translate. Translate right now has a very mainstream type of flow, or type of genre. Let me say that, not flow, genre, because his songs are able to touch a little bit of everything, all different types of issues. The beats per minute are able to be very slow or very fast, you know, as far as tempo, and he touches a lot of social issues, socially conscious issues, and he's moving right now.
Nothing on Monday is mundane. I take your hoe out for Mongolian chicken. Money come first, then money come second. If anything else, that's the monkey's business. Tuesdays can go 2 ways. I get 2 babes. They're like 2 chains. I bust 2 nuts and have 2 babes. This shit is crazy. Gambling like I'm in Tunica, but giving that coochie a tune-up will be flowers. My dick a rose, and she can just give it a tulip. Well, Wednesday is still win day, cause we win until wind break, and we making noise like wind breakers. Might pull up and no wind the beggar. Thursday is just Thursday. The thirst is real, the shit's here to stay. Dravy's going for the home run, but letting me hit third base. See, Friday is get Friday. My brain cooling on frequency. If I can go that hard through the week, weekend just ain't meant for me. I'm sorry.
Hot fuck, flexed out, rocked up, break the law, locked up, back out, guapped up, I'm doped up. Hot fuck, flexed out, rocked up, break the law, locked up, back out, guapped up.
It's Monday again, phone Stumbling, bumbling, throw on my get up, my whip, I get in. The corners I been, 808 bumping. It's something about rolling the guns with my friends. Sometimes we pretend nothing is wrong with the world. Who am I kidding? But we got a whole week ahead of us. Fuck it, we gotta get up. Only one life to live. Tuesday, I'm in the studio getting it. Wednesday, I'm doing what I did Tuesday. Thursday, I say a prayer for these other rappers I release Friday. And that's doomsday.